What's up, my dudes? It's your boy Zane back with another video. You know how much I love me some strange and unusual things. Listen, we've all seen some pretty cool buildings in our day. But then there are the ones that make you scratch your head and go, wait, who designed that thing? Today we're going on a worldwide adventure to check out some of the weirdest, wackiest, and most unique skyscrapers ever built. It's time for some seriously strange buildings. First up, we're heading to Dubai, the land of luxury and extravagance, to visit the Burj Khalifa. This thing is a monster. Seriously, it's the tallest skyscraper in the world, 828 meters high. You know, I'm not afraid of heights or anything, but even I get a little woozy looking up at this thing. From afar, it kind of reminds me of, like, a giant, super expensive needle just stuck in the ground. Like, someone was sewing a planet together, dropped their needle and was just like, I'll get it later. I'm not saying it's not impressive, because it definitely is, but it's also kinda hilarious. I mean, imagine having to clean the windows of that thing. Talk about a tough day at work. Next, we're teleporting to Osaka, Japan to check out the Umeda Sky Building. Now this is what I call futuristic architecture. Imagine walking between two skyscrapers, on a floating escalator. Yeah, this building has a freaking sky bridge connecting its two towers. It's like something straight out of Star Trek. Can you imagine the look on people's faces when they first opened this thing up? It must have been mind-blowing. I've always wanted to go to Japan, and this building just shot to the top of my must-see list. Who needs flying cars when you can just walk through the sky, right? Alright, let's hop over to Germany, where things get a little chaotic. The Norddeutsche Landesbank building in Hanover is one of those buildings that makes you wonder if the architect was just messing with us. It's like someone took a bunch of glass and steel blocks, tossed them in the air, and whatever landed, landed. I'm not gonna lie, it kinda looks like a Jenga tower that's about to topple over. But hey, I gotta give them props for creativity, right? I mean, it's definitely unique, and who knows, maybe it's more structurally sound than it looks. Maybe. The robot building is what I will describe as an imagination come true. No, seriously, this city has a building that looks exactly like a giant robot. The name robot building is exactly what it sounds like. A skyscraper designed to look like a robot from an 80s anime. It's got the antennas, the blocky limbs, the whole shebang. Honestly, I'm surprised it doesn't shoot lasers out of its eyes. But you know what? I kinda love it. It's so unapologetically weird and awesome. It's like the architect just said, screw it, let's build a giant robot. And they did. Legends. Ever heard of Kingfisher Towers? Now this place is straight up luxurious. I mean, we're talking penthouses bigger than shopping malls, people. This skyscraper was built for Vijay Mallya, an Indian businessman who clearly has a taste for the finer things in life, and when I say finer things, I mean having your own private helipad on top of your building, because why not, right? The design itself is pretty sleek and modern, but it's the sheer opulence of this place that lands it on our list. It's a skyscraper fit for a king, or, you know, a billionaire. Alright, let's head back to the United States, specifically New York City, where the buildings scrape the sky and everyone's in a hurry. But even in a city full of architectural marvels, 30 Hudson Yards stands out. And by stands out, I mean it literally has a giant platform jutting out from the side, 100 stories up. This thing is called the Edge, and it's the highest outdoor observation deck in the Western Hemisphere. Now I'm all for a good view, but this is taking things to a whole other level, literally. Can you imagine standing out there looking down at the city below? I think I'd be too busy clinging to the railing for dear life to even enjoy the scenery. For our next stop, we're traveling to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, to see a clock so big, it makes Big Ben look like a wristwatch. I'm talking about the Abraj Al Bayt Towers, home to the world's largest clock face. This thing is absolutely massive, like you could probably see it from space. I bet the people who live in the clock tower apartments never have to worry about being late for anything. It's definitely an impressive feat of engineering, but I also can't help but wonder, how much does it cost to change the light bulb in that thing? Alright, let's head back to the United Arab Emirates, this time to Abu Dhabi, to check out a building that's literally just a circle. The Aldar HQ is shaped like a giant coin standing on its edge. I mean, talk about making a statement, right? It's like the architects were playing a game of architectural Jenga and got down to the last piece. I'm half expecting it to topple over at any second. But hey, maybe that's just me. Still, you gotta admire the boldness of it all. It's not every day you see a building that defies all traditional architectural norms like this. Next, we're sailing over to Singapore, where someone decided to put a giant ship on top of 3 skyscrapers. And you know what? It totally works. The Marina Bay Sands Hotel is one of the most iconic buildings in Singapore, and it's not hard to see why. It's got everything: luxury suites, a world-class casino, and an infinity pool that looks like it's suspended in midair. I mean, come on, this place is basically begging to be Instagrammed. The only downside, it's probably crazy expensive to stay there, but hey, a guy can dream, right? Alright guys, things are about to get a little eerie as we head over to Pyongyang, North Korea, to visit the Ryugyong Hotel. This pyramid-shaped behemoth has been under construction for decades, and no one really seems to know what's going on with it. Some say it's cursed, some say it's haunted, some say it's just a giant empty shell. Whatever the truth is, the Ryugyong Hotel is shrouded in mystery. And honestly, that just makes it even cooler. It's like something out of a dystopian sci-fi movie, a towering symbol of a reclusive nation. I don't know about you guys, but I'm strangely fascinated by it. And finally, we're ending our architectural adventure back in Bangkok, Thailand, because clearly, this city has a thing for weird buildings. This time, we're checking out the Elephant Building. Yes, you heard that right. It's a building shaped like an elephant. I'm starting to think the architects in Bangkok just have a giant wheel of animal shapes in their offices, and whatever it lands on, they build. But hey, I'm not complaining. The Elephant Building is actually pretty cool. It's got these giant tusks and floppy ears, and it just makes me smile every time I see it. It's like a giant concrete reminder that life is too short to take everything so seriously. So go out there, be yourself, and don't be afraid to be a little weird. Still not weirded out? Here are a few more. Panama's F&F Tower twists like a corkscrew. Barcelona's Portofino Hotel looks like a giant red lava lamp. And China's Ring of Life? It's literally just a massive ring in the middle of nowhere. And that's a wrap. Which of these skyscrapers blew your mind the most? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another adventure. Until next time, I am Zane, your trusted tour guide, saying, never stop exploring and stay weird.